Hi there everybody, here we are back with the numeral, trying a little bit of a different format here, standing in front of the camera. Hopefully it's a little bit more personal and we can communicate a bit more. Although I think the other method that I've been using where I directly show you while I film from up the top might actually show you how to use it a little bit more effectively. Let's just find out, shall we? Alright, now we've been doing basic number fact lessons. Hopefully you've been watching some of those. We've done some games, we've done some statistics. So we've actually done quite a few lessons. I think I've got about over 20 videos on YouTube at the moment. I wanted to move on to multiplication as far as our basic number facts are concerned. Now, as far as the children are concerned, now we are talking about foundation, so we're talking very small primary age children, grade 1 or level 1 students and maybe level 2 students who really need concrete devices, multi-sensory devices like this to be able to work with number. Alright, so multiplication as a concept is essentially just repeated addition. Alright, now there's a number of elements to repeated addition or multiplication that we need to bring together. So I want you to understand what they are. I've actually got them written up here. Alright, so you would understand that there's a number of terms, if you like, in a multiplication equation. So the first part of the equation, you would probably understand them as factors. There's two factors that we multiply together to get an answer. Alright, so say up here we've got 2 multiplied by 3. Okay, so 2 and 3 are factors and they're factors of 6. They both can be divided into 6. Okay, when you multiply them together, we get the answer of 6. But if you want to go that step further, when we look at the factors, when we look at the 2, we'll call that, because the first number, that is the multiplicand, and the second factor in that equation is, the multiplier. Now when we multiply them together we get an answer and we call that the product. So it's always good to use that terminology if you can remember it with the kids, because it just gets a little bit confusing later down the track if they don't understand that. Okay, so let's have a look at multiplication and in respect to repeated addition. Alright, we're going to do some problems that are up here. I might just get rid of that one there before we give the answers away, although they're quite basic for you and I. So we're going to move from the simple through to something which resembles something a little bit harder, particularly say in the end of grade 1, start of grade 2 area. Alright, so let's have a look at the first one. We've got 2 multiplied by 3, which we've also done up here. The first number being the multiplicand, the second number being the multiplier, and we want to multiply them together to get the product. So, repeated addition. Let's have a look at that. 2 lots of 3. Just by using the numeral, multi-sensory device that it is, and we can press down one group of 3, 1, 2, 3. It's one group of 3, and then another group of 3, 1, 2, 3. There's 2 groups of 3, and the kids will see that there's 6 which have been pressed down. So our answer, or our product, is 6. Now there's another way you could probably look at that, and we can talk about multiples if you want to. We'll maybe talk about that in another lesson. But if we just move ahead in multiples, that might further extend the concept. So let's count in multiples of 3 twice. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So 3, 6. Alright, obviously, if it was asking a different questions, going like 5 multiplied by 3, we could continue with pressing down our multiples of 3 here. So again, the kids can see the answer is 6, and a great thing to discuss with them. Alright, so let's put the answer up there. It is 6. Fantastic. Now let's go to something slightly harder. And why is it harder? Well, we're going to, when we multiply 3 by 4, we're going to go over the top of 10, all right, which is important to discuss in relation to our place value and later on when the kids need to carry from one column to another. And yes, I will talk about that in another lesson. So let's do this 3 lots of 4. Let's first of all do our repeated addition. 1 lot of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 lots of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 3 lots of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you would see that we have come to the answer of 12. Let's write that one down here. Alright, now the important element of that is that we can see that we've actually, and because the numeral is set up in groups of 10 to help with place value, that we've got one group of 10 which has been used up and we've got 2 more. You can use MAB to actually demonstrate that if you want to. If you didn't have that at home, at least this is set out like that. And the MAB fits in there beautifully there, like that. And then you can see you've got 2 1s left over. Alright? Particularly important later on when you want to keep those 1s in the 1s column and carry the 110 into the next column. But again, we'll talk about that later. Let's have a look at multiples of 4, which is another step further in the concept. And this time we're going to be counting by 4s 3 times. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, press it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, press it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, press it down. 4, 8, 12. And look at that. That's great. The kids can easily see what the multiples are and how many it took to get up to 12. Alright? Very important. Excellent. Fantastic. Let's go on to something a little bit more tricky. We've got 3 lots of 7. 3 lots of 7. So, using our numeral, I'm sure you're getting the idea now, we're going to using repeated addition, which is multiplication, we're going to add 7 3 times. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're all the way up to 21 there. And again, worth discussing, okay, we've got a group of 10 and we've got another group of 10 and we've got 1 left over there. So later on, we can actually discuss the idea of when we need to carry those 10s into the next column, that we're actually taking 2 groups of 10. All right, let's just do that again, but this time we'll do multiples of 7 and we'll only press down the multiples of 7. Okay, so let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Press it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Press it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Press it down, and the kids will see 3 groups of 7 being 21. Excellent. Let's put the answer up. Fantastic. All right. Now, finally, let's move on to when the kids will go from writing equations in a horizontal format to writing equations in a vertical format and keeping numbers in their place value columns. All right. So this time we've got 12 lots of 2. So we've got the multiplicand and we've got the multiplier and we want the product here. All right, so let's have a look at 12 lots of 2. Okay, bear with me. I'm sure you already understand what we're doing. So 1 lot of 2, 2 lots of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, lift that one up, 11 and 12. 12 lots of 2 and we're up to 24. Again, we can discuss the place value implications of that with the children. All right, now let's just pop all those back out again. And this time we can discuss multiples of 2. But let's do multiples of 2 12 times. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and 24. Absolutely amazing. All right. So 24. Now, hopefully, I can put that in here, and let's put in 24, and there we go. There's our answer of 24 up here. So we've learnt a number of things today. One, we've learnt that the Numerule again is as a multi-sensory learning aid. It's fantastic. I mean, getting your hands to do what you to do things while you're thinking allows you to attach a lot more meaning to what's going on. Also, we've got the symbols on here, a little bit harder to contemplate the number symbols and things when we're just using attribute blocks, but they are very important. All right, but that is the first lesson of multiplying with the numeral, a great concrete aid, and really good to help at home, particularly when the kids are stuck at home and they've got things to do. All right, so I urge you to go and buy one of them, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.